gridiron's cold, a million stories yet to be told. Bombers bringing the heat to the screen, Woo! You just got a vision like you've never seen, vision like you never seen. Mosin's locking the gears in the back, we're turning the dial, making the attack. Big freaking Friday show, yeah, we own the night. Let's freaking go, the future is bright. Big freaking Friday show, we're taking the lead. Everything you want, everything you want, everything you need. Clock on the wall is ticking to 10. We're doing it all and then doing it again. I own this show, yeah, it's mine to keep. Wake up the rivals, wake up from the sleep. Big freaking Friday show, yeah, we own the night. Let's freaking go, the future is bright. Big freaking Friday show, we're taking the lead. Everything you want, everything you want, everything you need. Let's freaking go and moan on the mic. Big freaking Friday show, let's freaking go.
Bam! How we doing tonight, Ute? Good to see you. Moen's in the background. He's doing some key programming, so we're going to kick this thing off and say, hey, everybody, welcome to the Big Freaking Friday Show right here on the College Football Mafia channel. I'm your host, Nathan Bomber Brown, with my co-hosts and partners. That would be the Wild Ute and
What's
Moen
up?
After Dark, the Moen. How we doing tonight, guys?
Man, doing great, guys. Happy freaking Friday.
Yes.
It has been a week for a lot of us, and so I'm excited for the show just to chill out, talk some college football, talk Big Ten rankings
Yes.
for the season, preseason rankings.
Completely agree. And of course, Moen comes in like the slickster in the door at the very, very last moment. Big Ten tonight, Moen.
Absolutely. We're going to do a preview of the Big Ten Conference, the best conference in America. Money Moen is here. You may have seen Greg the Gold, but you know that was all stole. Money
Oof.
Moen is the original.
Money
Okay.
mowing.
I love that. Who writes your... I want to know who's writing your little drops, because they actually feel like they've been planned. Not like mine.
There we go.
I
Making it
love it.
rain.
Money mowing is dropping already.
Look at that. The king. King, baby.
Absolutely love that. Well, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Make sure you follow us all on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube. If you're watching on X, do us a favor. Open up another window. Go to College Football Mafia. We're the only one there on YouTube. And hit the subscribe button. Follow, like, subscribe. Give us a shout out. Let us know how we're doing, positive or negative. We do take both types of comments, and we try to improve the show all the time. Moen, how do they become a member of the Mafia family?
Well, you asked an excellent question there, Nate. In order to become a member, leave a super chat, leave a super sticker, gifts memberships. You can do all that by clicking the little cash icon down there at the bottom. Make Money Moen rain. You can do it. We believe in you.
You can also gift memberships, baby. Moen might have just said that. I want to reinforce that. Paying it forward, giving somebody else a membership is positive, brings good karma to your family, and will make your weekend. I'm going to make it. I'm pretty sure if you give something to somebody else without them asking, that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's do shout outs first. We got I have 4 stories, and then we're going to get to Big Ten as quickly as we can. So it just depends how quickly we can get through these comments and a few news stories. So let's start here with the Big Lubbock, who indeed tonight is first. Lubbock in the house, Texas Tech. Nobody will play Texas Tech. You.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Texas Tech is getting totally ripped off right now. I feel bad for Texas Tech, and I hope that it changes soon. I don't know the real driver. Could it be just the whole Brandon Sorsby thing? It's unfair, though. I think that it's kind of doing Texas Tech dirty, so I'm feeling real bad for Texas Tech. I'm going to be supporting the Red Raiders here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Moen, you're way on the outside looking in. Is this Brandon Sorsby? Is this Cody Campbell? Is this breaking into the playoff after being largely not really relevant for decades. Tell us what's the drivers here?
Yeah, they've had one conference title in 80 years. So not like they're a blue blood, but I did see Message Board Geniuses had a post today or the other day where it said Texas Tech had to figure out how to be one of these new blue bloods. You haven't won anything. You haven't scored a point in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're not even sniffing blue blood. You're sniffing like ultraviolet blood. You guys aren't even on the spectrum right now.
Oh my gosh.
So yes, but Brendan Sorsby, Cody Campbell did no favors for the Red Raiders. And now they're paying for it. I mean, that's what happens.
Completely agree with that. And I'm with you though. We need Tech to be good. Both Utah and BYU do. Greg's Disney Adventures and Ohio State superfan and booster in the house representing the Buckeyes, also representing the College Football Mafia family for 24 freaking months.
Let's
That
go.
is 2 years for those that can't add. And that is amazing, and we're so grateful for that, Greg. Hey, everyone, currently on vacation. That's awesome. You're spending some time with us in Southern California. Go Buckeyes! All right, I love that so much. Moen, how do you become a member again?
You click the little cash icon at the bottom of the window, and you become a member. You can gift a membership. I see we got a new member, or
We do.
re-up member here in the chat.
Re-up, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to him. Evil Badger Ryan Willie, who is a member of the College Football Mafia family, longstanding OG member, $5 super chat. No Big Ten expansion without Cal and a Nobel Prize. And awesome for each member of the College Football Mafia.
That's actually Becky Go Huskies there.
Oh, what did I say? Oh, I apologize. Well, why does it say over here? Oh, I'm reading the wrong click. That's weird. It doesn't show his $5 super chat on my list. Okay, well, Becky, I apologize. That is the Washington Huskies in the house anyway. No Big Ten expansion without Cal and Nobel Prize. And awesome for each member of the College Football Mafia. Moen, you want to bring up Evil Badgers? I'm not seeing that. Not seeing that. I saw it over here, but I didn't see it. There we go. Ryan Willie, $5 super chat. Greg will regret making fun of the amount Joseph to transfer to Wisconsin. Wisconsin paid Joseph $2 million. Wisconsin will win the Axe this year. Let's
go.
Just so you can sell it for those who don't know.
I believe that's a gentleman who transferred from Minnesota to Wisconsin, possibly.
Oh, really?
I'm not
awesome.
really up huge
Joseph.
on transfer portals outside of Ohio State.
Reasonable. Yeah, I completely understand that. A renewed member is Mark Bowman. Mark Bowman's been with us forever. Hey, he's got that membership going again. Thank you so much, Mark, for becoming a remember, and we really appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much. Caden the Diesel Freak gives $1. What is that, a super sticker or just $1?
I guess that's just $1. Thank you, Caden.
Let's go.
Thank you very much, Caden.
Thank you.
Cody Reviews,
Buckeyes.
who's a fan. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, go Buckeyes. Exactly. Caden's got it in there. Cody Reviews saying, hey guys, looking forward to the show. Go Pack. Cody, thank you so much for being a member of the College Football Mafia for 3 months. Cody's been around longer than 3 months, though, right?
He has, but he's been a member for 3 months, and he's a valuable member, and we've got to play some Sounders here.
Go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm all for it.
As soon as I can get the board to launch.
That's okay. You want me to do comments while we're waiting?
No, we're good. I've
watch
got it.
Brutus
Let's see. We
dance.
started with
Just watch
Becky Go
Brutus dance.
Huskies, and we're going to do the Washington Siren.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Wind that sucker up. Wind that. That is awesome. Tequila. That's what I need.
Damn it! You want to get a copyright claim on us? I already had to fight with Nebraska, and Nebraska won. And now we've got Ryan Willie on Wisconsin. And then we had Mark Bowman, who became a member. I believe Mark is an Iowa Hawkeye, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's a
That sounds
Hawkeye.
right. Yep, that's right. Man, college football. 2 weeks away. I cannot believe this.
And then,
Anybody
of course,
Unbelievable.
we got to give the Wolfpack howl.
Yep.
Give the how.
Give that how. Alrighty.
And
Man,
then we've
that's
got
good.
one
That's
for
so good.
Caden. And this will kick off the night.
Okay.
something. Let's party, Columbus.
Brent Musburger, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's
All right.
absolutely right.
All right, Jay Chapman checking in for the SEC. Good to have you here tonight, Jay. I'd say there's about a nickel's worth of difference between the Big Ten and the SEC, with the nickel being on the side of whoever won the last natty. Is that the measuring stick now?
I would base it off of postseason play,
Like the total,
especially
in total.
head to head
Okay.
Oh, like playoff games.
and bowl games.
I think the conferences are very similar. The Big Ten's top is now a little bit better, but the SEC I think has a better middle and bottom than the Big Ten guys. So there's pros and weaknesses of both, but the top of the Big Ten's the top of the game now.
You know, I'm going to 100% disagree with you because the middle of the Big Ten played the middle of the SEC, and who came out on top?
Which games? Which games are you talking about?
Well,
about
he
the
said
bowl games, the
middle. He said
postseason.
middle. You.
The
he
bowl
said middle.
not even plays a bowl game. How are we going to
Oh,
take the bowl
okay.
game seriously? That's exhibition game, man.
Unless the SEC won it, and then it would, or the Big 12 won it, then it wouldn't be an exhibition game, right?
No. We both disagree. We both think the bowl games are a waste of time.
Bowl
so-
games are worthless. Once we got to 24, there's going to be no more
Exhibitions.
bowl games, hopefully.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, we don't want to get into that. No time. Outlaw Skies, another super fan of the Ohio State Buckeyes. We got a lot of
Let's
big Ten
go.
fans in here tonight. Fifth, go Buckeyes. TF Williams, third in, go Noles. Hey everyone, good to have you here back tonight. Well, TF Williams, we know you're an OG member of the College Football Mafia family. We appreciate you so much. Buckshot Kids saying, oh, hey, at the College Football Mafia. Buckshot Kids, also a member of the College Football Mafia. And for all those people who are wondering why we keep saying that, it's because that little symbol next to Buckshot Kids' name, you can see in that comment, or in the comment section scrolling, those are members. And they are part of the family. Everybody else is visiting, I think.
That's right.
So
That's
thank
right.
you so much. All right, right now we got a PSU Nitwit 50
Holy freaking cow!
Hit
Let's
that money
go.
Oh
rate.
my gosh.
Let's go.
Oh my
US.
gosh!
Oh, let's go.
Oh, that's a Penn State chug right there. My goodness.
There you
Penn State
go.
rocks
Thank you,
in the
PSU
house.
Nitwit.
Absolutely.
I got the lady drinking the milk. She needs some
Oh
milk.
man.
October 10th, USC at Penn State. Whiteout, let's go. The Whiteout's one of the best traditions in college, in sports.
Penn
State
State.
Whiteout at night. Oh,
Oh my gosh, that game right there.
yeah.
Man, that's what dreams are made of right there.
And
I
well,
love
we'll
that.
wait till we see the picks.
I
but
love
that,
Penn State.
I love it.
that's a playoff. That could be a playoff eliminator right there.
You bet it could be.
I
It's
think
worse
every
than
game
Tarleton.
is a playoff.
It's worse than
Look,
Tarleton, guys.
don't say that yet, you. Stop. Stop.
Whoa,
Just
whoa,
stop for
what?
a second. Stop. Just don't say anything else. I'll come right back to that. I promise you, you'll be able to go off in just a second. Becky Go Huskies, member for 29 months, also moderator and a member of the College Football Mafia family. I'd say bowls are meaningless too if JSN was still getting yards on my defense years later. To Ute. Oh, Becky's dumping on you.
Ha ha
Becky's
ha
dumping on
ha ha.
you. Wow, that's nice.
Oh my goodness gracious. How are you
JSN.
gonna rip Becky, are you serious? Are you gonna play the Ohio State Utah card here? Really? Really?
On a Friday
how
night.
far
come
ahead
on.
was Utah in that game? You?
Oh, just you guys are punishing
At least a
him.
couple
You know
hundred
that.
points, I think.
No, that's
All
what
right,
JSN
I remember
scored.
every second of that game. I remember every second I was there, guys, and it was a very fun 3 quarters. I can tell you that.
Okay, this is why I slowed you down. This is a story for you. Front office sports. This,
No
and
way.
I'm going to let you go up. Let me read it here. Let me copy it first. I should have the comment ready to go. All right, so everybody's going to love this, especially Wild Ute. Exclusive. Tarleton State wants to make the jump from FCS to FBS. The Texas A&M System School went D2 to D1 just 6 years ago. Now, after tens of millions in facility upgrades and a bigger athletics budget, it's eyeing the next level. We're talking about a $200 million program builder for Tarleton State. What do you think about that, you?
I think this is good stuff right here. Tarleton pack right here, guys. Just to get this might be the only pack in the world that's remaining actually in the Tarleton cigarettes there. So I think it's amazing, guys. Ever since we've been talking about Tarleton on this channel, there's been nothing but good things that have happened at Tarleton State. I want to see them get up to the FCS. I want to see them win a national championship. I love Tarleton State almost as much as I love Penn State. I love college football. There's much love around right now.
Yeah, Moen, what were your thoughts about this?
Listen, Pac-12, you need one more football member. You need one more football member. You've already got one in Texas. Take the Tarleton State Texans. Take them.
It's lit.
Look at
It's
that.
lit, baby.
Lit.
It's so lit.
I mean, $200 million for a program that's not even playing JMU. I mean, it's crazy. So let me ask you one other question,
guys.
since you love Tarleton. So and we've adopted Tarleton. $200 million, really a drop in the bucket, right? I mean, how much more money are they going to need to even win one game at Division One?
Tarleton State, $200 million is a huge amount of money. Like for Ohio State, yeah, it's kind of like whatever almost. But for Tarleton, that might be good enough for a long time. I think these FCS like budgets and everything, you're looking at probably maybe like 10 to like $15 million a year. And then you're like total revenue, I would imagine I'm just guessing, guys, on the FCS. I haven't even looked at the financials. I'm just saying, but for $200 million, that's a massive move for an FCS program, moving up to FBS. Good things come.
So if you haven't seen it, I put the link to the article in our private chat, so you can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. You can get into the details. Maybe we need to do just a short video on Tarleton State. That would be interesting. Anyway, all right, let's do some more shout-outs. Ute is the Tarleton State master. If you didn't know that, now you know. All right, Skaven, yes, saying go Big Red, representing the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Skaven, yes, has been a member forever and a day. Hello, gentlemen, he says, and go Big Red.
GBR.
We also have a super chat from Heartbreak, $2 super chat. Why is BYU shortchanging Sataki for his loyalty? I will answer this directly. This was another story I was going to get to because we don't cover anything up. Two things. First, let me get to the Kalani Sataki. I did research on this. Let's go. Sorry. Trying to bring up the right thing. Since this article popped up, and I will post the link so everybody has the article. Sorry, this quote. BYU Cougar chat boards, boosters, the Cougar Club have been extremely active in the last 4 days. The interview basically says he wants more. Kalani wants more. And to do that, the money has to come from somewhere. And he feels, and let me say this, the money's there, it's just not all going to the football program. A lot of it is being diverted to what sport, Ute?
Basketball.
And so, did I just post the link? I want to make sure I get this covered. So, this is really what we need to take away from this if you're a BYU Cougar fan. This is not what many think it is. He has every right to expect the best resources for his players. And BYU football deserves nothing less. And I'm 100% BYU football person. Coach is comparing, and this is the key, he's not comparing resources to anyone in the Big 12. He's comparing resources to Texas Tech, who he quoted, and then the Big Ten and the SEC. So, and Utah would do the exact same thing. If you want resources, you're going to ask for them, and you're going to demand them. And if you don't get them, there's going to be hell to pay. So that's essentially what this story is about. It's Kalani getting his message out for weeks now, I understand, which frustrates me a lot, that it's my way or the highway. They kept him from Penn State. Everybody thought that was going to be it. No, there's real friction inside the organization at BYU. So not covering anything up. That's where this story currently lays. I did an update today with an actual source in the program, and they told me there was no update. So I have nothing else to report on that front. But I will tell you this, just the story changing really sucks because it's taken a lot of the air out of the balloon.
So Nate, from the outsider point of view, it seems that Sataki's the man and Santiago needs to get pushed out. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I
mean, what do you do about this?
Santiago, if it's one or the other, it has to go to the football program. It has to be Kalani. Has to be.
Yeah, Kalani stays. I mean, yeah.
There's no question. And I will say in another way, for those that don't know BYU very well, when a coach leaves a program, they take all the good pieces with them. Like just happened at Iowa State, like it's happened at other schools in the past. If Kalani was to leave, he would take a quarter to a third of the best athletes with him, which would cripple not only a season, but it might last up to a decade, that pain. So it's an all or nothing thing, and I have zero tolerance for it. But I want to keep the messaging out there. This is not about him saying we don't have the resources. It's that the money's sitting there and he's not seeing it, and that's what he's complaining about. So the other thing I wanted to get to about BYU, and then I'll come back to you guys' comments. Either one of these you guys can ask me questions about because I did a ton of research. This is the other one, and you might not have seen the headline. I will post the link to this headline. Right now, games for the Notre Dame game at BYU, which I'm praying is in prime time. The most expensive seat is up to $16,000 on the resale market, and that's one ticket. The cheapest you can get is up in the student section, and it's $500 if you don't have, or $550 if you don't have a student pass. So again, I reinforce, money's there at BYU. They need to put their house in order. Okay, do you guys have questions or anything? I'd love to.
I saw something. MBM's put a massive super chat in, guys. Massive super chat here. Let's get to that super chat, Moan.
So you guys don't have any questions? I just wanted to make sure.
No, we'll jump back into that here, but we got to get to the super chat, I think, first here.
I have a statement, but we'll hit this super chat first.
All right, go.
Let's
Tarleton
go.
316. We joined the FBS and whipped your ass. MBM, I am an avid follower of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I am going to get him on board.
Let's go.
Get him on board. Let's get this done. Tarleton to the Pac-12. I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. Thank you so much, MBM, for your continued generosity.
Yes,
to the
sir.
channel.
Thank you.
We're going to make it rain. I will play a little Cartman medley for you. I know you love the Eric Cartman stuff. Let's see. It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude, you gotta try it. It makes you feel good. I don't make the rules, ma'am. I just think them up and write them down. Student athletes. Oh, that is brilliant, sir.
Let's see.
Sweet.
And then we're going to do this last one. I don't think I have the Dancing Cowboy in media assets. I got to get him on here.
We do.
But here we go.
Repeat.
Well, let's do this.
He's my best friend. He's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier.
And then we'll do this.
Cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wicky, wicky, scratch, yo, yo, bang, bang. Me and Artemis, large bug, go save Sam high act from the big metal spider. A wicky, 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 fresh cowboy from the west side.
Wicked what?
Thank you again, MBM 357.
Absolutely,
Massive.
MBM. It's great to have you back in the fold, man. We've missed you. We've missed you for a long time. Oklahoma State's going to be good this year. We're going to talk about that in a Big 12 breakdown, but thank you so much for your generosity. That's really awesome. Okay, so do you guys, either of you have questions about BYU? If not, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I made him. Okay, so while you were showing those tweets, thing, it crossed my mind that this information originally came from Cougar Board, right? That was like wild,
No,
right?
it's
Like
a
that was
quote.
the Cougar Board.
No, it's a video from preseason. It was in camp. The quote actually came
Oh,
from
like,
Kalani.
I heard that there was
The
some
link-
chat that like there was some stuff that was happening on like Cougar Board, and like Cougar
that's
Board
not
is
it.
like the BYU fan site where there's like a lot of chats and everything. And
Yeah, that's
when
not
you were
where it's at.
talking, I made a big mistake. Okay, I made a big mistake. I went over to Cougar Board for the first time. I've never been on the site. I went on
Why'd you do
that, and then in the search function, I searched Moen on Cougar Board.
And
I'm not even going to say the results. You can just say
Okay.
that Moen and the Wild U ain't too popular on the Cougar Board.
so I'm going to tell you right now, Cougar Board's not where you want to go to get information. And the story
Thanks,
the story is based on an interview from camp with Kalani 2 weeks ago. So, Moen,
Yeah, hold on. I had to unmute myself for. Yeah, it's a shock that Moen is not very well liked on a BYU board. You know, Moen's lifestyle is not necessarily conducive to that of Cougar Board. I would just
you're
say
more
this,
liked
look,
than somebody else on this channel.
I don't think the lifestyle has anything to do with it, Moen. That's not it. That's not the reason.
well, stay tuned, Cougar Board, because you never know. But I would just say this. Sataki, he took that interview at Penn State. I'm sure they told him how much money they were going to pour into that program to make it a winner. And he comes back to BYU. He is the loyal soldier. He comes back. And BYU doesn't have that kind of resources that Penn State does.
No,
they just
that's
don't.
not. Oh yeah, compared to Penn State, yeah.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. Nobody would.
Right.
Yeah, there's no chagrin there. They paid him $9.5 million to stay. That's second best in the Big 12. So he's getting paid behind Prime. So like I'm saying, just if you're a Cougar fan or not a Cougar fan, at the end of the day, it's not a resources issue. It's a distribution problem at the university, and there's a political fight in the background. So we had a couple other. Let's see, 1, 2. So Heartbreak 25. I hope I answer your question. If you have further questions, definitely send me a DM on Twitter or something. I can give you some background. Evil Badger $2. There are too many bleeping schools in FBS. We're already up to 138.
Yeah, but Evil Badger, I would put it this way. Look, they're joining the G6. Let the G6 have as many schools as they want. Because, you know, in a few years, it's going to be the Big Ten and the SEC as super conferences, and you're going to have one or the other, a Big 12, ACC, best of the rest.
Yeah.
However you want to declare it. So, I mean, I don't have there's going to be a lot more schools joining the G6, I think, after the Big Ten and the SEC get done with the realignment.
It just shows you the power of football, though, right? I mean, the value proposition for football is so much higher.
I think that football actually is growing too, because like it's usually like an 80-20 split between football and basketball. Women's basketball is about 1% of that split now, but I think that football is getting even stronger, where it's like almost a 90-10 split. I'm serious, guys. I don't think basketball is necessarily growing as far as valuations. I think it's football is getting even more powerful. So just position your conference a smart way.
I agree with that 100%. Here's another one from Kenneth Maynor, the Kenneth Maynor, super fan of the Eastern Carolina Pirates and also Florida Gators. $2 super chat, also a valuable member of the College Football Mafia family. The next member of the Pac-12, Cigarette State. Okay,
Tarleton
we are
Kings,
not
baby.
proponents. We are not proponents of tobacco here. That's not what we're doing. All right, one more, and let's get to this. Another sorry, I already did that. Another freaking Evil Badger gets 20 new memberships to the College Football Mafia family.
Oh my gosh!
Go!
Absolutely.
Let's
Let me
freaking
read
go.
off these names here. Illini Ted.
Let's go.
Landon Hickey. Dave's here.
Boom.
Senile Silverback. Glenn Hanna 8. Argy B, SFC retired.
Let's
Doc
go.
Gibb, PKF and 7MG. I guess I received a gifted membership. Thank you, Ryan.
Let's go, Mullen.
Associate Minister Reserve Deacon, CFB Upstart, Just Kareem,
Boom.
Y2K Sports and
Boom.
Life,
Wow.
Crypt Minds, Mick Stevens,
Oh my gosh.
Zoe Zucci,
Boom. Boom.
Auntie,
Boom.
Auntie, ONTI,
Yep.
I think that's
Yep.
Ontiveros, Golfin.
I know.
Okay,
Don't
now
read
this
that
is one that Rock
Don't
and I
read
have
it.
had pop up before.
Don't
And
read it.
Let's hear it.
I've got to
No.
read it. This is how it
Is it
appears to
Grinding
me.
cheek clapper.
Oh.
It says Golf Anal Vi.
Huh?
So
Not-
Golf Anal.
read it.
That's it's Golf
Vibe?
Anal. I can't pronounce it any other way. That's the way I see
It's
it.
golf
So,
fan something. I don't know. But anyways, thank you so much,
Gee.
Ryan. We appreciate the 20
Welcome.
memberships.
Welcome in.
Let's go. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
Ryan.
generosity.
Thank you. Seriously.
And after our show's over tonight or during the next week, go and watch our member videos. Moan, go ahead. You were going to say something.
yeah, let's give him a sounder. He only wants one sounder. I've done a
Right.
Wisconsin one earlier. Let me try and find one here.
Give him
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
There was only one shot that got the chandelier. That's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Even if you were right, that would be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, not 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ryan. And again, he's going to be getting his alternate jersey here soon. I can't wait to take a look at it. We've seen the previews that they've shown. I want to see how the actual jerseys turn out. So thank you, Ryan, for those 20 gifted memberships. Hopefully someone was here from Cougar Board and grabbed one of those. And, you know,
All right.
thank you, Ryan, for your continued
you,
generosity,
Ryan.
dude. You're the best. We appreciate it.
You. Let's get to a couple more articles.
You guys,
here.
we should jump on Cougar Board Live and go see what the comments are on Cougar Board. That'd be funny content. I'm just saying. I can take it.
Go
Whatever
ahead and do
says.
it. Go ahead. You can go live.
I have no idea what to expect there. I'm a little scared, but like I think that it would be
not
it
serious.
would be interesting content.
It is not serious. So, yeah. You're welcome to do a live show. You go to Cougar Board. You and Moen go do a special. Drop it in there and make $2 million. I don't care. It's not serious analysis. So,
I might create an account there just to promote the show.
which is what people do.
That's a genius
That's
idea.
exactly
Mo.
what people do.
That's
All right,
a
let's get to
genius
this
idea.
article. Let's get to this article. This is from Darren Heitner. First of all the players in this offseason who won a temporary restraining order. I'm not going to read them all, but that list right there, congrats to Bella Fauntleroy all the way down to Nye Sierra Pryor. I believe it's up to 36 or 37 athletes this offseason have sued and won their temporary restraining orders and want to play a sport in 2026-27. Now come back to me and say, this basically the court saying the antitrust exemption and everything the NCAA is trying and the conferences are trying to claim has no legal basis, and yet people want to turn around and give an antitrust exemption to the conferences and to the through the PCSA to the NCAA, which in my opinion would break college football forever. I mean, it's not going to stop. 38, whatever the number is, they're going to keep winning these lawsuits.
Yeah, can I just say that the best name there is Po Boy King.
I didn't actually
That's
read
a
all
great
of them.
It's the third line down.
Okay,
Second name.
Po Boy King.
Boy King.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Oh man,
That's cool.
Yeah,
All
guys,
right,
this is a rain. It's raining $100 bills down for Darren Heitner here and his clients. It looks like, and who else? Seriously, these lawyers and everything, they're making grundles. They are living their best life right here. They're going to take their wins and celebrate, but that money is flowing to them. So good on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's anyway. causality is one of those things from the Matrix that always, are you doing things because you're supposed to do them, or are you doing them because you're made to be doing them? And right now, the PCSA is, in my opinion, not serving anybody. It certainly isn't serving the athletes. Let's move on to the next one. This is about the playoff. Jim Williams, friend of the show, our first big interview, as I recall, wrote an article this week. Absolutely. ESPN, Fox, and Amazon positioned for CFP control amid expansion debate. We're not going to read the whole article. I recommend you go and watch it or read it. I just posted the link. But this is essentially the end result. It's hard to imagine playoff vote before the election. Whatever your thoughts on the timing, what are your thoughts on the timing of a vote to expand? And then I have an outstanding question, Jim, waiting to hear back from him. CFP format and expanded media partner landscape is changing. Can we break the ESPN college football stranglehold with public pressure? College football and Fox, sports on Prime, whatever. Insert media partner here, among others, would like a piece of the CFP. And then I will go one more comment from Bob Thompson, who says, wouldn't get too worked up about Fox not engaging with the NFL. They might be playing it this way for a reason or two. Change of control provisions give the NFL the option to open and amend deals. CBS and NBC are both likely to change control prior to 2029. So you have one story that comes out and is talking about the playoff, and then you had another story coming out where Bob Thompson's saying, yeah, the NFL, word came out, they're not going to renegotiate with Fox this offseason. I mean, what is going on now with the media partners, the conferences, and the playoff?
What do you think, Ron?
Well, obviously they tried to float the 20-team deal, except
true.
it wasn't a 20-team deal. It was a 16-team playoff with play-in games.
That's right.
Which would have protected the ESPN license. It could not go out to bidders. And this is why the Big Ten is pushing for 24. At 24, it forces the CFP into open bidding, and then you're going to have ESPN, Fox, Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. One of the things the SEC people don't want to hear is that they will make more money in a 24-team playoff. Everybody who is playoff eligible, all the Power 4 conferences, the G6, Notre Dame, everybody makes more money in a 24-team college football playoff. And what do teams in the ACC and the Big 12 need more than anything right now?
Access.
Money.
I think they need access. I think that's a big.
Well, you get both. I mean, you get the best of both worlds. You get access and you get money.
Right. Well, chicken or the egg, though. You have to have money to win, but if you don't have access, winning doesn't do you any good. We have proof of that.
Well, you're right, under a 12-team model, but you double that model. I mean, you're obviously.
No, I love 24. I'm not arguing against 24. I'm just saying that's kind of what the argument has been. Is we'll keep the playoff club small. We'll restrict the Big 12 to only one team, even though they've had two really ready to go for the last 2 years. I don't know. And now Notre Dame has their special access to the playoff at 12 or higher. So,
everyone makes more money with 24. A lot more money with 24 than 12. It's like the problem is like exclusivity, right?
Yes,
and right now, the SEC and the Big Ten are almost exclusively in that, with everybody else essentially butted out outside of Miami sneaking in and the Big 12 team getting in at a G6. Yeah. So you're giving up your exclusivity, which the SEC doesn't want to give up because that's your competitive advantage right now. Big Ten doesn't want to give that up either. That's why they're not playing non-con games against Big 12 and ACC schools. They're trying to keep the exclusivity, to keep the narrative. And so this is the game. And so it hurts them because, look, more schools are going to get in. They're going to take more losses and stuff in the playoff. And so I think it's just going to hurt their exclusive brand, the SEC. Leaving from 4 teams did that too, guys. They haven't fared well in the 12-team playoff.
I think you're right. Moen?
Again, the out of conference thing, again, and I'm a Big Ten homer. I think they should make it mandatory to schedule at least one A4 school. Certain schools within the conference do that, and go and play tough games like Texas at night, Oklahoma at Michigan this year. So hey, look, man, I'm all for scheduling A4 opponents, whether it's Big 12, ACC, SEC, Big 10. I think everybody should play everybody. Is that going to always be the case? No, because there's just more money in the Big 10 playing the SEC and out of conference games.
Of course, yep, I agree.
But it's not really that. It's actually the biggest brands of those conferences. If you're playing a game where it's like, hey, mid-level, Big Ten, and SEC, those aren't getting banger ratings. You're just talking about the blockbusters.
In comparison to playing ACC and Big 12 schools, I think they are, though.
Yeah, I think Minnesota.
Are you really getting that lift?
You're getting Minnesota, Mississippi State this year. That's going to be. We can use that as a bellwether.
I think
absolutely, 100%.
I hate to say it, I think it is. I think it is, unfortunately. Anyway, so we'll have to get to that. Yeah. We'll get to more of that in weeks. Go ahead. You want to say something else? I
think that you'll see that Minnesota, Mississippi State will probably get stuck on an obscure night and probably not be in prime time, unless I'm wrong, guys. Are they playing like an NBC or something? I doubt it. That's probably an FS1 game or something like that, or Big Ten Network game. If it's at Minnesota, I'm imagining. I don't think it's going to get the exposure that we're talking about at all.
Out of conference though, SEC, Big Ten. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know because it's in the future. See. Right.
In Mississippi State.
Mark Bowman. Sorry, you looking something up? No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mark Bowman again. Member of the College Football Mafia family, $20 super chat every Friday before the first home game is Friday in Iowa City. Many booths with both Hayden Fry and Hawkeye memorabilia, a food court with Hayden's favorite cuisine, Tex-Mex, and favorite music country western. Moen, have you ever been to Iowa City? I've never been there. I can honestly say.
I have actually been to Iowa City. It's I actually haven't been in the stadium for a game. I went to Iowa City for other reasons, but
okay.
Yeah, Iowa City, man, at night, the wave, that has doomed many a team. I operate on the belief that group positivity can have a direct impact, and I think when people see that wave, I think it just shoots your chances down.
I agree with you again. Yeah, I think that's right.
And by the way, Mark Bowman, I appreciate the super chat, but my mother, God bless her soul, there were two people she hated the most in life, and one of them was Hayden Fry. The other was Bo Schembechler.
Well, there's reasons for that, obviously. And then we got Kenneth Maynard with another $5 super chat. 24 isn't happening anytime soon. We will be at 12 for now. I didn't finish my comment about that. What are you guys' thoughts about the CFP getting negotiated and finalized before we vote in November nationally? What do you guys think about that part of the storyline? Because I actually think that's the one that has the most legs. I think there's less than a month between the end of the election and December 1st for the CFP to be negotiated, because nobody wants to negotiate a playoff while they're still up in the air with this legislation. Doesn't that make sense? Or do you guys disagree?
That makes sense.
I'm really asking.
I mean, that makes sense. Waiting after like the election cycle to kind of figure some of the stuff out. So I'm agreeing with you on that take. Kenneth Maynard though with a new logo, Paul Feinbaum's head.
Oh, what? Oh my God,
Kenneth! What is this, my man? We need the ECU or Gator, but what is this? What is this?
That's a picture of Paul Feinbaum seeing orphan children being denied food.
Oh, no.
By the way, we owe some sounders, so let me give one to Mark Bowman here.
I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn.
It's corn. And then Mark Bowman, he put Feinbaum on there. I don't know. Let me see what we got here. Let's see. Where is Attenborough? Here we go.
A wild moan can drink up to 3 times its weight in whiskey in an average year. You are watching the Big Freakin' Friday show on College Football Mafia.
Man,
Thank you, Sir David Attenborough.
I love him. He is the best voice for nature documentaries.
Yeah. By the way, can I just jump in here? The game between Mississippi State and Minnesota, that is actually at Mississippi State. It is a 3:30 game. I think it's at Mississippi. It might be at Minnesota. That's a 3:30 game on national broadcast. CBS.
What national broadcast? It's a CBS game. That's going to be good. We'll see how it performs.
I think that'll be a healthy number. I think stretching the legs of the Big Ten at the end of the day. Okay, we have made it through comments. We've made it through super chats. We've made it through new members. Moen, you have the reins. Let's talk Big Ten preview.
All right, absolutely. Thanks everybody for the super chats that we had going tonight. All the gifted memberships. We appreciate every contribution. You guys are fantastic and wonderful people, and we love you all.
We do.
But in a platonic way, except for you, because he's weird.
Maybe not.
2026 season preview for the Big Ten Conference. Here we go. We're going to start at the back end of, again, this is something you enjoys. We're going to start at the back end of the Big Ten and work our way up to the front. So here we go. We've got everybody from the team who submitted picks here.
Let's
but
go.
We'll talk about ours in particular. So let's go. Let's start out here with, you're going to have to remove that banner real quick.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay. All right, that's fine. I'll put a timer on it next time. Go ahead.
No, I meant the banner at the top. You're going to have to hide
Oh,
the
I can
picture.
get,
I
I can get rid of that. Thank you.
Nice.
I was trying this one.
All right. So this is kind of fun.
Let's see.
At the bottom of the Big Ten, you're never going to believe who everybody picked. I believe this was the only unanimous pick throughout all our picks. The Purdue Boilermakers.
Really?
Everybody predicted
Yeah.
Purdue to finish last.
suck.
Do you have your let's hear your reason, you.
Purdue
You should've
loses
gone-
all the time. They're moving in the wrong direction. I've got no belief in them at all. 18th, everyone's talking about the coach getting fired down there. I've got zero confidence these guys are going to turn it around. They're definitely one of the milk suckers of the Big Ten. That ain't changing anytime soon over the next 30, 40, 50 years. They're going to be at this list on the bottom of this for a long time on my list. So put them at 18. They're lucky, though, because I was considering putting another school that's just right above them on 18th. We'll get to that in a second.
All right, Nate, how about you?
Purdue's basketball school. Purdue's AD needs to shut up and just funnel money NIL into basketball. This is not knocking Purdue, but in modern day football, just become a powerhouse in basketball. That's all I can say.
In Purdue's defense, when Jeff Brom was the coach there, he did take them to the Big Ten championship game.
That's
in
great.
football.
Cool.
But listen, Barry Odom is a defensive-minded coach, and he is in an offensive-minded league. You cannot scheme against people like Jeremiah Smith, all the offensive superstars that we have here in the Big Ten. It was the wrong hire. I said it then when it happened. I said, you've got all this offensive talent that Jeff Brom left behind, and what do you want to do? You hire a defensive coach. So I don't get it. I think Barry Odom's fired after this season. I think they finish dead last. I would be shocked if they get a conference win.
Oof. Okay.
Moving on to number 17. Bomber has Maryland. Ute has Rutgers. I have Michigan State. Rock has Rutgers. Becky and Gygax both have Maryland as well. Let's start with you, Nate. Why did you think Maryland at number 17?
Maryland's a basketball school. Put money into basketball, Maryland. Win a national championship in men's basketball. That's all I can say.
All right, you picked.
I'm saying for Rutgers, Yeah, I like Greg Schiano. He's a good coach. He's had his historical success, but it's been 15, 20 years ago, seemingly now, back when he had like Ray Rice for Rutgers. There's no depth on this team. They lack top-end talent. They've got a brutal schedule. They're going to eat a ton of losses. Give me 17th place.
Okay. I took the Michigan State Spartans because I love the Pat Fitzgerald hire. There's just not enough talent top to bottom for him to pull some miracle off this season. But I will say, watch out in the future because I think Sparty is on the way up in the Big Ten.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Number 16, Bomber, and I have Rutgers. Ute has the Northwestern Wildcats.
Go ahead, you.
Yeah. So here's some of the takeaways. Just a little bit of a snapshot for everybody here. Okay. So Northwestern trending way, way, way down.
They got
Offensive
a new
line
stadium.
questions. Offensive line questions at Northwestern. Serious offensive line. Are they going to have any kind of chemistry over there? They eat losses all the time. They feast on losses. They are the ultimate milk sucker in the Big Ten. They don't even have any fans in Chicago. I was in Chicago for a week, didn't see one Northwestern. I went by Evanston, didn't see anybody. I don't even know if the school actually exists, guys. I'm really not even certain of that. I know everyone's talking about they got all this money and everything. They put it over by the lake. Yeah. There's just no. Northwestern's not going anywhere. They're trending down. They're going to be soon fighting for Purdue for 18th spot. 16 was generous for these guys.
Okay, Nate, what did you think about Rutgers?
They need to become a basketball school.
All right, I think Rutgers.
Put
I think
money
Greg
where you
Schiano's
can-
constructed a pretty gritty, hard-hitting roster, but he just does not have the talent. I do think Greg Schiano is the right coach for Rutgers. I don't think there's anybody better they're going to get.
I agree with that.
I think he's probably going to get a surprise season here in the next 2 to 3 years, but this just ain't it. But I think Rutgers may perform a little bit better than people think they will. Moving on to number 15, Bomber has the Northwestern Wildcats. I have the Terrapins. You have the Terrapins. Let's start with you, Nate. Why'd you take the Wildcats?
I love the new stadium. I love that. You know, and it's a great comparison because you guys know I love Liverpool. That stadium reminds me of a European soccer stadium. It's what it looks like. Anyways, I think they might have a little momentum. I have them, and when I went through picks, I have them winning 4 games in the Big Ten. So that might be over than they actually do.
In the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Who are they going to beat?
Well, I don't
Rutgers,
have
Maryland,
the
and
games up
Purdue?
against. I went through it. I came up with 4 wins. I can't remember because I didn't diagnose it and drop it into my saves. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The new stadium, the momentum with the new stadium. Let's keep it there.
Okay. What about you on Maryland Terrapins? You
Tough schedule. Like all these schools have a tough schedule. Like it's a fine roster and everything. It's just not high-end roster. And unfortunately, like in the Big 12, a Maryland team might be in the top half of the Big 12, but the Big 10 with so many big boys up top that we're going to talk about, you're just going to be a bottom dweller. You're just going to get stuck there. So I think that's where Maryland's going to be hanging out. They're going to be there for a long time. I hope they find success soon, though. 15.
Yeah, I will say this. Maryland has consistently been a late season forgettable team. October, November, they do not win games. Mike Loxley has been given a lot there at Maryland. He's been giving resources at Maryland. He just ain't getting it done. I think this is Mike Loxley's last year. If you did not catch the news earlier this week, their best pass rusher, who a lot of people had projected for the NFL draft next year, he ended up blowing out, I believe, his ACL, and he is done for the season. I think Maryland maybe wins 2 games in September, maybe 3 games in September. But again, everything Mike Loxley has shown me is he can't win in October. He can't win in November when it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, number 14, Now you're going to have to take this up with Ryan Willie. You've got Wisconsin at number 14, Bomber.
Yeah, I think it's time for a coaching change. Madison. That's why I picked that. I think, and Ryan may or may not agree with me. I certainly love the discussion with Ryan about Wisconsin, but I think coaching change. That's
then
why
you've got Michigan State there, you.
Pat Fitzgerald. I love the movement of this team right here. By Michigan State right now, they're on the low. They're going up, way up. It's going to start the momentum this season going into future seasons, and you will see them competing for Big Ten championships over the next 3 years, guys. I love it. They're going to be stout defensively. That's what Fitzgerald is. Gritty, stout. They're going to win way more games than people think. And they're still going to end up, in the bottom half of the Big Ten. But this thing is moving the right direction, and I freaking love it. Give me Michigan State all day long.
All right. I took the Northwestern Wildcats here. I think Northwestern's going to be much improved under Chip Kelly's offensive system. I think, they're not going to score hundreds of points, but if they can keep it in close games, Chip Kelly's always got some trick play up his sleeve that might work late in the fourth quarter that'll get Northwestern a couple wins. I cannot wait to get to Ryan Field, the new Ryan Field, and pee on it. I'm just looking forward to that as an Ohio State fan, peeing all over the stadium, all over the neighborhood. Wherever I can pee, I will pee. I will be tanking up on water, but I've got Northwestern at 14. I think Chip Kelly is going to get some wins for this team. Now, I don't think their head coach makes it to the end of the season, but I think Chip Kelly may be he may be the head coach in waiting without even knowing about it.
What would that look like?
Hey, listen, Northwestern's had some teams that have pulled some upsets.
They have
probably the greatest dark horse campaign in Rose Bowl history. They used to be the punching bag for 40 years, and they had one magical season where they made it to the Rose Bowl. So that's what I got. Okay. Going to lucky number 13, Bomber, you have Michigan State.
I do, and it's for all the reasons that Ute said. I think they are trending upward as well. And I was thinking while you were doing that, Ute, I was thinking if we could fit, and I know Moen does fantastic graphics, but maybe if we do like a trending up or trending down arrow at some point or something, because I think it would be cool to show Michigan or any school whether they're doing on the upside or downside. And I think Michigan State's coming back. They certainly have the brand. They've got history, and I think their fans are a little activated. I've actually seen some on X, so that's why I have them.
All right, you got the Cornhuskers.
Matt Rule. The roster they've got talent there, but they just are a lost program, and they've been that way for a long time. Rayola's gone. Maybe it's going to be a healthy thing. They've got a tough schedule down the stretch. They're going to win some games, but it's not going to be enough to be in the top half of the Big Ten, and they're going to be in this limbo land, guys, until Matt Rule's gone. They need a coaching change to really lift this thing to where it needs to go for the brand that Nebraska should be. And so it's hard to say they're going to be, top 7, top 8 Big Ten team based on what I've seen the last few years. They just don't – there's just something lacking, something missing from like Nebraska. It's almost like their identity or their soul just isn't like aligned in some way. Maybe it's coaching, maybe it's culture. I'm not sure, but they've got to fix it still.
I put the Minnesota Golden Gophers, much to the chagrin of Greg Pflugar, but I will state it again. I do not like the throwing mechanics of that quarterback. I think he floats too many balls. I think there's too many talented secondaries in the Big Ten. PJ Fleck relies a lot on time of possession. Their running back is healthy so far. But if that running back goes down, I think that's just the end of that offense. I don't think Drake Lindsey is enough to keep them in games. So sorry, Greg, but yeah, I'm not sold on Minnesota.
Let's do a couple super chats while you turn the page.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's go. Peek around the corner. The Greg Flugar at always around, giving us a shout out. Tonight it's a $5 super chat. Moen has Nebraska ahead of Minnesota. Bro.
Well,
Moan.
it's not by much, Greg. It's not by much. So.
And then Evil Badger, another $5 super chat. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. No respect at all for Wisconsin. Wisconsin will finish in the top half of the Big Ten, higher than Minnesota. So, right from the super gopher himself, that's kind of where we're at with that first set of rankings. Okay, Moen, let's do the next 6.
Number 12. We all
Wow.
picked the UCLA Bruins. Bob Chesney.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes.
Season. What do you guys think?
Go ahead.
I don't think they've got the
haven't-
physicality. Yeah, I think UCLA is always a program that lacks physicality. They had it for 1 year there when they had like Dorian Thompson-Robinson about 5 years ago. They had a coaching change. They have now Bob Chesney's coming in there. A lot of people like what he's doing. Maybe he eventually turns that around, but you really need to toughen up. UCLA football strategically going to struggle in the Big Ten every freaking year, guys. I don't care how good and talented the roster is until they become more gritty, until they can go into cold weather and win games, until they can improve their trench play. They're going to score points because they've got quarterback play and weaponry. They always have that, but they just don't have – they're not built to win in the Big Ten ever. And so it's going to be hard to pick them in the top half really ever until they have an identity change completely. I don't care who's their coach. I got to see it first. They're going to stick at 12 for this year.
Before I give mine, Moen, correct me if I'm wrong, but next year, doesn't UCLA have the top recruiting class or somewhere close? They're spending money for 2027. Is 2026 a bridge year?
It possibly could. Chesney's recruiting like a fiend down there, and so
Yes.
everyone's hot. Everyone in UCLA circles is talking about how things are looking up. But I'm just telling you guys, I don't care how talented the roster is. If there's not the grit and toughness in the trenches, they're not going to win in the Big Ten. And they might be recruiting that, and they might be getting these elite defensive tackles, defensive linemen, offensive linemen. Until I see it in cold weather, then I'm just not going to believe it. Because I've seen Utah punch these guys in the face 1 billion times. Utah's built like a Big Ten program, and that's exactly how Big Ten programs are going to play UCLA. They're going to beat them up. Until they prove me wrong, they're going to be sitting at 12 to 18 every year.
All right. Thank you. I don't have to say anymore. That's basically my take.
Listen, Bob Chesney was a perfect hire for UCLA. He just does not have the talent on the roster right now. He's going to struggle. They're going to get some wins. They're going to get a couple wins. I think they may actually end up beating USC in that rivalry game, but we'll see how it goes at the end, because I think that might be one that knocks USC out.
I was just going to say, if that happens, they're probably out of the playoff at that point.
Yeah.
Then.
But yeah, I love Bob Chesney hire. You're right. The recruiting they're putting money into this program. They're doing everything they can to compete at the highest levels of the Big Ten. They're just not quite there yet. Next year and the year following that, these guys are going to be contenders for the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, definitely top 6.
You want to make a bet? You want to make another bet on Durian right now that UCLA is going to be contender in the Big Ten? I'll bet anything on that. They ain't going to ever be a big. These guys are. This is not USC, dude. This is not USC. These guys are soft as paper. I'm telling you, they're soft as paper.
Yeah,
Penn State, Michigan, especially Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana. Once you punch them in the face, they roll over. They hate the cold. They're soft. And that's never changing, man. That's UCLA.
I just said top 6. I didn't say competing for the championship, but I get you. I understand what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, there's only one ass fruit challenge. You'll have to come up with something new, Wad. You get ready to eat that ass fruit.
No more.
Moving up to number 11. You and I have Wisconsin Badgers. Bomber has the Minnesota Golden
Let's
Gophers.
go. Golden Gophers. They're Minnesota's again. I think they're going to be fighting maybe for 10. I don't know. It's tough to get past Iowa, but maybe they can top Nebraska even. Depends. It's just sad to see where Nebraska's at. That really bugs me. But I think I think Minnesota is a good team in the Big Ten. That's the simplest way to put it.
Okay. What's your take on the Badgers?
I think that Wisconsin's going to be really sneaky good. Everyone's just ridden Fickle off, right? But this team has a lot of returning talent. The chatter is the linebacker play coming into the season here for Wisconsin. If you look at the schedule too, one of the easiest in the Big Ten. I just think that they're lying so low, they're forgotten, they're discarded. I think they're going to surprise some folks. 11 seemed right, but I could see it be higher than this too, because they're going to pop and really surprise people this year. They could maybe get top 8 run in the Big Ten this year, top half for sure.
Yeah, I love Wisconsin's defense. Wisconsin's defense is super stout, especially along the line. That's going to keep them in some games this year. The only question for me is offense. Do they make that leap this year under Luke Fickell to where they can score some points? There's been a lot of games in the last 2-3 seasons where Wisconsin was in it right up until the fourth quarter. They just could not generate any offense to score points. I mean, most remember that when Oregon came into Camp Randall, and Camp Randall remains a formidable place to go in there and play. But yeah, Wisconsin held that vaunted Oregon offense to just a few points, but they just couldn't get it done offensively to back up that defense. So I think Wisconsin could be higher. I agree with you, but I have to see what the offense can do. Moving on, number 10. We'll start with you, Minnesota.
Drake Lindsey is a good runner. He's a fast kid. The arm talent, like you're talking about with the mechanics, is goofy for sure. Mowing. The offensive line, though, and especially the interior offensive line, experienced, talented. Look, they're going to score some points in Minnesota and stuff. They're going to play a little ground control too, I think. The problem for the Golden Gophers is the defensive line is a question mark. And I think that they're going to get ran over as well. It's going to be a lot of games where it's going to be a lot of rushing, clock drain, low-scoring games for Minnesota. That's going to equate to wins, but not enough wins to be in the first upper half of the Big Ten. And I think this Wisconsin-Minnesota Axe game is a complete toss-up. I have Minnesota above Wisconsin right here. That implies that Minnesota is going to win that game. But it's basically 50-50. These two are Minnesota, Wisconsin are like the same team to me. Exactly.
All right, Nate, what's your thoughts on the Nebraska Cornhuskers? You got them at 10 alongside me.
I do. I think Matt Rule gets run. I think he's gone this year, unless he has to be in the top 6, I think, to keep his job. I just don't. Their talent is unquestionable. They cannot put it together on the field. It's insane the way Nebraska's fallen off, but I think they have enough to get them to 10.
Yeah, I think Nebraska's got a really solid and stout defense. It's going to keep them in some games, but I have the same questions about Nebraska as I have Wisconsin. I need to see the offense. I need to see some offensive capability out of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Obviously, they lost their star quarterback. Who do they have? The offense is just a gigantic question mark for me. So, moving on to number 9. Well, we'll let you start first. You picked the Huskies.
Boo! Boo!
Well, DeMond Williams is a talented guy. So talented. This defense that's coming back for Washington is loaded too. It's two things. Okay, so running back, wide receiver, elite players going to the draft. Can you reload those? Washington typically does. It's just unproven there. And then even more than that is just like I still have a weird taste in the mouth because of the whole Williams situation. Yeah. That I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not a big deal, but like in my mind's eye, is that going to be a divider in the locker room? Like, is there going to be that brotherhood and stuff at Washington? Those are the question marks that are going to lead to maybe some losses that shouldn't be there on the schedule. Put them in 9th place, but they're more talented than I am, to be honest with you.
You picked the Hawkeyes. What do you think, Bomber?
I think Iowa, what is that, 9? They might average 17 points a game and win 8-9 games. I don't know. I don't know what to make of Iowa. They're special teams, defense, extraordinary team. But I think the Big Ten is starting to figure it out. I think they're recruiting to beat Iowa. Iowa last year, finished 6th or 5th, Mullen? You'll have to correct me. I can't remember where they finished last year. But this year, I think the Big Ten catches up and they actually lose some of those extremely close games that they frankly won over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you. Kirk Ferentz blueprint remains relatively unchanged. It's defense, it's special teams, it's offense, maybe getting something done. Quarterback is still, I'm still not sold on the quarterback. Running game will be the interesting thing. If they can get a decent running game going, allow the quarterback to roll out, maybe get a couple quarterback runs. Maybe you're right. Iowa could score 17 points and win a game. Their defense and their special teams is that good. And I basically, it was a coin flip for me between 8 and number 9. So I think Iowa's just a consistent 8-win team in the Big Ten. Moving on to number 8, Bomber, you've got the Huskies at 8.
Yeah, so last night, members only Bombers Blitz live call-in show. It was just for the members. If you missed it, if you're a member now, watch it in the library after the show tonight. Had a ton of fun, but probably the best call I had of the whole evening was from Becky Go Huskies, member of the College Football Mafia creative team. And we talked about Washington. And right now in one of the preseason polls, I think it was Brett McMurphy, they're at 10 in the entire nation. That surprised me a little bit. I am cheering for Washington, obviously all the time, but I have the same question about the quarterback that Ute said. The DeMond, it's hard for me to imagine a guy basically walks away from your team. Oh, wait a second. No, I can't do that now, and then comes back. Meanwhile, your team hasn't already turned the page on you, feeling left out. So that'll be fascinating. If they actually accept him back into the culture, Washington could be an outside shot to qualify for the conference playoff. I mean, that's possible. She thinks you go to 10 wins at Washington. That's hard for me to see. 9 would be their cap right now, in my opinion. But, right in the middle of the Big Ten is about where I have them.
I'm with you, actually, Nate. Like, I know I spoke on Washington, but if there's one school that I could be completely wrong about, putting like a 9 is Washington. Washington could be top 5. They could be a CFP entry. They've got the talent on defense for it. And like in Williams is a stud. Like it can go really well or real bad. It's like kind of a risky, volatile situation there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You and I picked Illinois, and I will start first. Coach Burt. I love Coach Burt. He is one of the best coaches in the Big Ten for his soundbite, but he also develops consistently good teams. Now, they're not the flashiest teams. They're not. I mean, he's not going to have a quarterback drop back and throw an 80-yard bomb. But, I mean, listen, he'll drive down the field in 14 plays and get a touchdown or a field goal. His defense will bend and not break. I really like Illinois. I think Illinois could be a dark horse. If I was going to pick any of these teams to be a dark horse to make the college football playoff out of the Big Ten, I would take Illinois. I said it. Illini, Illini. I think Coach Burt, I think if he wins some of these close ones, as he is apt to do, he could surprise a lot of people. Now you can go, you.
Moen, your talk on Illinois over the last 2 seasons has like lifted their stock in my brain considerably, because my intuition would say Illinois should be in 12 or 13 position still. But like I know that through the conversations and you just pounding this drum over years and stuff, I'm starting to kind of see it. I like Burt, great coach. staff stability. They're hard-nosed. They're real Big Ten football. Quarterback Luke Altmaier is gone. There's some uncertainty there. I just don't know. I think that I kind of have a feeling that we've seen the best of Illinois and this runs over. And then I think they're going to go back to what we understand as Illinois soon. I just don't have a lot of faith in the program. 8 feels too high for me here. So, yeah, they're lucky. You're influencing my brain on this one, Moan.
I must be doing the same for Bomber because Bomber has the Illini at number 7.
Yeah, so this is all because of Moen. The last 2 years he keeps picking. So I don't want to say necessarily I'm a convert, but the description of this team is an 8-4, 9-3 team. It's just that. I don't know much about the team. I'm going to be perfectly honest. But I've heard enough of it from Moen for the last 2 years about watch out. This team is going to jump up and surprise some people. I think that's where we're at. I think Illinois actually has a chance again at the conference championship game. It depends on some teams turn out. But I think they're going to be a fun team to watch. I know last year I learned a lot about them. I didn't know that they actually had a defense like they played well. They were 9-3, 8-4 last year. Moen, where did they end up last year? Was it 8-4?
I think this team could win 9 games this year.
Okay, so there you go.
Gosh, man.
All right, you had the Penn State Nittany Lions under first-year coach. What do you think?
Bye. Give me that stock, baby. Give me that Penn State stock. Matt Campbell's phenomenal coach. It's a good fit at Penn State. It's going to work. More talent will come there. But people forget how good Rocco Beck is, guys. Rocco Beck is freaking a stud. He's one of the best players in college football. He was forgotten last year. He's going to come in here and rip it up. He's going to surprise some folks. They're going to be nasty in the trenches, nasty on defense. That's who Matt Campbell is. I love the identity that's coming to Penn State. There ain't no prima donnas anymore at Penn State. It's going to be absolute thump you football with a gritty team. It's going to be way better than people think. I love Penn State this year.
Absolutely. And I've got the Washington Huskies at number 7. And I think Demon Williams, you're right. Fantastic quarterback, huge improvisational skills when he rolls back. I mean, if you let this guy get outside the pocket, you're screwed. How that chemistry works, hey, winning solves everything. Winning cures everything. So I think he gets a couple wins early in the season. That team really gets behind him. The only reason I have Washington at 7, though, they've got some tough road games. They got to go to USC. They got to go to Oregon. They've got to go to Nebraska. Those are all going to be very tough environments to play in. I think the noise could get to them, so that's why I have Washington at 7.
Very good. We did have while you turn the page there, we had another super chat from Ryan. $5 super chat. Wisconsin's over under is 6.5 on FanDuel. Minnesota's is 5.5. So betting odds favor Wisconsin. I didn't know that. Did you guys already know that?
No, but here's the betting odds. I try and kind of lay off of those early in the season.
Sure.
Because a lot of it looks at strength of schedule, et cetera, et cetera. And there's too many unknowns. There's really too many unknowns. But I mean, 6.5, if you take the over on that, you're probably going to get paid pretty well.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, yes.
Moving on, this is our top 6 in the Big Ten. Bomber, the SC Trojans, USC, the mighty Trojans.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick a USC ever over Washington, but talk about a coach who get run if they're not successful. Lincoln Riley at USC. Mm-hmm. He's had the keys to the Maserati now for 4 years. If he doesn't even get to the playoff, if he doesn't get to a conference championship game and then a playoff, if they don't win a game even in the playoff, I think Lincoln Riley, another one of these coaches that's been around a while, he could get run at SC. So the pressure is on him. And I think at the end of the day, USC has to not prove to the world how good they are. They need to prove they can compete in the Big Ten, and that pressure is extreme. The Pac-12 is not built the same way as the Big Ten. You can attest to how that works when you leave the conference like that, and it's put up or shut up time, in my opinion, for Lincoln Riley.
Okay. You've got the Hawkeyes, you.
I never bet against Iowa, ever, ever. And Kirk Ferentz, the defense is going to be nasty. They're not going to give up almost anything. The special teams is going to be elite. You guys nailed that already. But what you guys didn't mention is how favorable the schedule is. There is 8 wins on the schedule, at least, maybe 9. And so I think that for the sake of the schedule, the nasty defense and special teams, there's going to be a lot of wins. And this is going to be a top 6 team based on that. I don't see them getting in the CFP. I see it being ranked most of the year and sitting at the 6th spot all year long. So give me Iowa at 6.
I've got the Penn State Nittany Lions. I love the hire of Matt Campbell. They did lose a lot of pieces. A lot of guys followed James Franklin to Virginia Tech. But there's still a lot of talent on that roster, I think. And I think Matt Campbell is the master of doing a lot with a little. So he can take some of these 3-star guys that are still on the roster that did not leave and really mold them well. And speaking of soft schedules, Penn State probably has the easiest schedule in the Big Ten this season. So
Okay.
I've got Penn State finishing in the top 6.
Very good.
Moving on to number 5, you've got the Nittany Lions. Bomber, explain to me why you got them there.
Well, I'm going to let Bob Swinger, the Nittany Lion, tell you, unless Matt Campbell really sucks with that schedule, 8 wins should be the floor. You guys have already said the reason why. I think people are going to be surprised with how well Campbell gets these guys molded and playing together. He's going to take the Sergenetti path to success, work hard, and win some games. And again, playoffs is back. I mean, it's Penn State, so conference championship game and conference or CFP are sort of required at Penn State. So I think they're going to surprise a lot of people.
You've got the Trojans.
USC's offensive line's elite. Gary Patterson comes in to fix the defense, toughen them up, which will work. Questions just like Nate said about Lincoln Riley and about the toughness if they can get it done in cold weather, just like UCLA. I just don't buy that, guys. I just can't see USC going into cold weather games, snow games late in the year versus these top 5, 6, 7, 8 teams and getting wins on the road. And so I just can't put them any higher than 5, despite Maeva, offensive line, and the talent they have there. I just think they lack the toughness to be an elite Big Ten program, and that will not change until they hire a different Big Ten level coach like a Kyle Whittingham or a Matt Campbell. They have the wrong guy in LA. He's a flashy guy and stuff, and they can always recruit skill position. But if they want to win a title, they need to get better at the trenches and just in physical domination and getting tougher. They just aren't going to do it under Lincoln Riley. So they've got the talent to do it. I just don't believe it.
At number 5, I've got that team up north, and I will explain why. Kyle Whittingham has no hate for Ohio State, which guarantees Kyle Whittingham will not win against Ohio State. It is not a nicety contest, Kyle Whittingham. Second of all, Bryce Underwood, $5 million man. He certainly has not shown that $5 million yet. He hasn't even shown $1 million yet, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's bust Underwood. I don't think Kyle Whittingham can develop him because I think he has severe flaws. And I've got Michigan finishing 5th. I think that early season game against Oklahoma is going to show us a lot. And that might be Bryce Underwood might be benched by the end of the season.
Well, Kyle kills quarterbacks, so that shouldn't be a surprise. He can't coach quarterbacks, so.
Speaking of which, number 4, you both have the Michigan Wolverines.
Go ahead, Nate.
Oh, you want me to go first? I can go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, you're the one that has the more tangible connection. So I was thinking you'd want more time. Just for me, I think Michigan, Oklahoma is really, in my opinion, gonna set the stage for the rest of their season. I think they're an 8-4, 9-3 team, but I think because of their schedule, they have a chance to win an extra game here or there. I'm in the top 4 because I think Michigan's talent, easy still, top 10. And I think Kyle is there's a lot of stuff I dislike about Kyle, but you can't question his ability to coach defense. And in the Big Ten, defense wins championships. So that's why I picked Michigan.
This is John Harbaugh 2.0. Michigan is going to thump people in the Big Ten on defense. It's going to be insane, guys. So be ready. Be ready, Moan, when you play that game. This is going to be a physical Michigan team that you have not seen since maybe some of those Harbaugh teams for the last 20, 30 years. That's what Whittingham does. That's what they're going to bring. They've got the toughest schedule I've ever seen in college football history. So I can't put them any higher than 4. If they win 9 games, they should certainly be in the playoffs. They're probably looking at 8 to 9 wins, given they're playing every single person and their dog and Oklahoma. But I'm telling you what, they will punish teams in this league that they will leave teams in body bags. I really believe that. And so get ready to play Michigan football. You're going to be losing a lot of weeks after Michigan football this week. Yeah, the next week.
I'm terrified. I've got the SC Trojans, and I will just say this. The leading passer in the Big Ten last year, Jaden Maivia. Who has produced more Heisman-winning quarterbacks than Lincoln Riley? Nobody. I think their offense is going to be on fire with some of these new recruits. You're right. The defense is the question mark. Can these guys learn the basic art of tackling? USC has just not been able to tackle the last 4 seasons. You bring in Gary Patterson, defensive-minded coach. You know, he likes to toughen it up in the trenches, and that's exactly what USC needs. Linebacker play needs to increase. Cornerback play needs to increase. But I like SC at number 4, and I think we'll get to it at the end. But, yeah, I like SC at number 4. Number 3, we all picked the Indiana Hoosiers, the defending national champions.
Is that a bit of disrespect, putting Indiana at 3, guys? I mean, it could be. This team hasn't lost forever. They didn't even lose last year. I don't think we're doubting them. I just think that the story has to stop sometime. You got to lose a game sometime. And they've got, I just don't see them being better than Oregon or Ohio State this year. This Indiana team's a top 7 team though, all year long. That's how good the Big Ten is. Of the top 3 here, they could win another national championship. It's pretty close. It's not like it's light years away, but I just can't put them ahead of the top 2.
Okay, Nate, go ahead.
Mendoza wins the Heisman Trophy, never loses a game, it seems like, at the University of Indiana. He's now playing football in Las Vegas. I think he was a superior athlete and quarterback, and he's gone. So Cignetti's going to win their games. I didn't do a game for game analysis on their schedule, but I do know that who they have returning. I'm looking at the team, and I cannot see them being better than Oregon and Ohio State.
I tend to agree with you guys. I think they're going to take a step back or step down this year. I think they're still going to be a very, very good team. Josh Hoover is just too big a question mark for me. He has all the arm talent in the world.
He came from TCU, right?
High arm talent, questionable football IQ. You will see him make some plays that are sensational, and then sometimes he makes plays where going, what were you thinking? How did you not see this guy? I mean, he'll literally throw it to the other team. So Josh Hoover remains a question mark to me. Now, can Curt Cignetti turn him around and make him a Heisman contender the same way he did Fernando Mendoza? Got to hope so, because I think a lot of this rests on Josh Hoover's shoulders this year. Moving on, number 2. Myself and Nate have Oregon. You have Ohio State. We'll let you start first.
It's not really a discussion about how good this team is. It's an elite roster with saying at the helm, with more experience. The coaching staff's elite. Everything about Ohio State's elite. Ohio State's a top 3 roster. They are, and they're probably going to be there in the top 3 or 4 in like that semifinal game, maybe in the national championship game. I just don't think they're better than Oregon. That's the only thing. I think Oregon is the best roster in college football. I think they're the number 1 team in college football, in my point of view. And so I can't put them over them. And so Ohio State might be number 2 in the whole nation or 3 or whatever, but it's just more of a testament to Oregon, in my point of view.
Okay. Well, what do you think about Oregon, Bomber?
I will never pick Oregon over Ohio State. I'm not sure I've ever picked Oregon to win the Big Ten Conference. If I have, I don't recall. It wasn't on purpose. I just think Ohio State's a better team. It's not so much about Oregon. Ute is right. Their roster is insane. Ohio State's roster is insane. I cannot see Ohio State not winning the Big Ten this year. So I put them in the CFP with the bye, and that necessarily would mean they either have defeated Oregon or Oregon wasn't as good as everybody thought they were going to be. So I think this is more about Ohio State than it is downgrading Oregon.
I will say this. I think Dante Moore is a hair overrated. I think if Dylan Gabriel was behind that line last year in the playoffs, they very possibly could have been playing for the national championship. So Dante Moore, I am not sold on him yet. I know everybody has him as a preseason Heisman hopeful, favorite, etc. The other problem Oregon has is, man, they've got some brutal road games. They have to go into Ohio State. They have to go on the road to USC. Michigan, they get Michigan at home, but that could be a sneaky game there where Michigan could, Kyle Whittingham has a history of beating top-ranked Oregon teams. So,
That's true.
But that's why I've got Oregon number 2. I think Oregon does make the conference championship game. I do think they make the playoffs, but that's why I've got the Ducks at number 2. Moving on, number 1, and this was 50-50 between all 6 of us here on the team. It's Oregon or it's an Ohio State. You tell me why Oregon is better than Ohio State and wins the Big Ten Conference.
Quarterback play and quarterback depth. Moore and Raiola. Are you kidding me? On a college football roster? That's a pro roster. And plus the experience last year with the playoff run, the loss to Ohio State a couple years ago when they won the Big Ten. I think they've learned a lot over the last couple seasons in the Big Ten. I think they're absolutely a beast down there. They've got the talent to do it. I think they do it. I think they win the national championship. Oregon Ducks.
Okay. Wow. Okay. He's calling the national championship right there. We didn't even get to that part. Bomber and I, yes, I'm a homer, whatever. Say what you will. I took Ohio State, and I'm going to tell you why. Experience, absolute studs on the offense. You've got Jeremiah Smith returning for his junior season. In my opinion, he's the Heisman favorite. Julian Sayin has put on some weight and is much improved. We'll have to see how he handles getting pressure back there. The offensive line remains a question, but I'm not questioning Matt Patricia on defense. Matt Patricia has got some guys out of the portal. He is definitely going to do some damage in the Big Ten this season. Of course, they had the best defense of all of college football last year. It's just, to me, the offensive line for Ohio State. Can the offensive line hold up? Can they open gaps for the superstar Bo Jackson Jr.? And can they give Sayin time to make the delivery? What do you think, Nate?
This is how I picked Ohio State. I have Ohio State in the national championship game, and I'm taking Ohio State against the field at SEC to get to the national championship game. So in my opinion, Ohio State is the best team in the Big Ten. Their defense, just come on, what are we doing? And then you have a quarterback that's got another year under his belt that, I I think they're just better than Oregon is. And if I pick them over Oregon, I have Oregon over a lot of SEC teams. So it necessarily means I have them at the top of the pyramid. And I don't see anybody in the Big Ten beating them.
Absolutely.
Bo Jackson,
All right.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, Jeremiah
crazy.
Smith is
He's
just,
not-
It's ridiculous.
Gosh.
It's ridiculous.
he's got to be the Heisman
It's
favorite.
ridiculous.
He may
It
be
is.
he may be one of the number one overall pick that was not a quarterback in a long time. He is just that good. And you got Chris Henry Jr. Chris Henry Jr. If you've seen him play in practice, the kid is like Spider-Man. So I mean, just the wingspan on the guy. I'm gonna homer out here. That's our Big Ten picks for this year. That's our order of finish.
Let's go.
Let us know what you think in the comment section. We would appreciate that. And then next week we are going to do the Southeastern Conference.
Let's go.
And the following week, the Big 12 Conference, and then the ACC. But thank you.
Very
That
good.
is the presentation for this evening, and we can move
All
on
right.
to comments.
And I'm going to take
go.
off. This is where I exit out stage left. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. These are special shows for us at the end of the summer. We've been building up to this. We're not spending a lot of time on the other ephemera. Let's play some football. So thanks for watching us tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ute. Thank you, Moen, for all the hard work that went into that. And this next week, look for me on Tuesday night for our call-in show. And I want feedback on this activity right here on Tuesday night, and also whatever happens on Moen After Dark on Sunday. So definitely tune in continually on College Football Mafia, and I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks, you. Thanks, Moen. You guys have a great night. Go Cougs. Go Bombers. Go Hawks. Everybody watch Hard Knocks. Seattle Seahawks. It's the best thing on TV. We'll talk to you later. Peace out.
See you, Nate. Thanks for joining us.
See you later.
We're going to go down to 2, and then this. Here we go. Now we're on the
What are you
2
drinking
point.
tonight, Moan? Yeah, what are you drinking tonight?
The only thing I drink anymore, you has spoiled me. It's this. It is
Dude.
Crown XO. It is very smooth. I guess I drink it out of my little, whatever you call it, a Glencairn
Cheers me.
glass.
Cheers me.
What? Okay. Well,
You gotta cheers me, man. Come on, man. There we go. All right.
let me put some whiskey in here.
I've got a special one tonight. I got some Glenfiddich 12 here, man. So good stuff. Tasty.
I will have to take your word for it because Scotch is just not my drink. I tried another brand of Scotch. Glenlivet, is that one of the I tried some Glenlivet and it was just I'm just not a Scotch guy.
Fair. Fair.
Cody Review says, are we getting this for all of the Power Four? We absolutely are. Next week we're going to do the SEC. Following week we're going to do the Big 12, and then I believe it's going to be week 0 we are doing the ACC. Probably not going to do one on the G6 though. It's just there's too many G6 teams, as Ryan mentioned earlier, and it would be a little crazy. So thank you for the super chat. Let me play you a sounder here, sir. Maybe if it'll play.
Folks, this is Dr. Phil. And let me tell you, these 3 characters, Ute, Bomber, and Moen, might just need a little visit to their local psych ward. But I hear they're dabbling in the Big Freakin' Friday show, a real gateway for college football sickos.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. Now I will play you a real sounder, I promise. Let's see here. We'll let him cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook
Let him
now.
cook right now.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I said let him cook.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cody X for that $1.99 super chat. Fergie, who is also a friend of the channel, a contributor, says, Moen, please do not let Oregon ever win the big or a natty ever. You have one mission. Make it happen, Captain. Fergie, I have to tell you, mission number 1, that team up north. That will always be mission number 1. And even though Kyle Whittingham believes it does not need to involve hate, yes, it does. I've got toilet paper, rivalry week, every bathroom in the house, Michigan toilet paper goes on the roll without fail, because I do hate Michigan. So, let's do this.
How do you feel about Kyle Whittingham saying
Let's
that?
get ready to rumble!
Kyle Whittingham is a transitional coach the way the Iron Sheik was a transitional champion.
Was Kyle Whittingham going to get a championship being that transitional coach?
No. Well, he'd have to win one, and I don't think Kyle Whittingham's up to winning one. I really don't. And congratulations. He overperformed at Utah. He beat some.
What do you mean
very good
overperformed?
teams. I think he overperformed. Listen,
What's-
when they were in the Pac-12 and the Pac-12 was won, he had some wins over Oregon, wins over USC. But how many Rose Bowls did he really win?
Dude, Kyle Whittingham beat Alabama in the 2008 Sugar Bowl in an undefeated season and was number 2 in the nation. That was Kyle Whittingham back before Pac-12.
And how did he do in the Rose Bowl?
He won a Sugar Bowl, man.
Okay.
He beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl.
Did the Big Ten
Come
play-
on.
Did the Big Ten field teams in a Sugar Bowl against Utah?
The Big Ten?
Yes.
The only Big Ten I remember getting fielded against Utah was Nebraska last year, got shellacked. That's the only thing I remember about the Big Ten. And UCLA, who Utah shellacked. Shellacked 2 Big Ten teams last year.
All right. How did they do against elite Big Ten teams in Ohio State and Penn State in the Rose Bowl?
Ohio State got lucky, Moen. Lucky.
Yeah. Lucky.
Fortunate.
They were so
Little
lucky that
Ohio State
Jackson Smith and
escaped that
Jigba,
game.
Jackson Smith and Jigba used the highlights of that game to become the highest paid receiver in the NFL's history. I'm just saying, look, Kyle Whittingham, his record against the Big Ten is suspect. I understand competing.
Is that
against
true?
I think so. Yeah. Listen, you didn't win a Rose Bowl. All the greats
Is that
in the
so? You're
pack, all the greats in the Pac and the Big won a Rose Bowl.
Hmm.
You can't win the Rose Bowl. I mean, listen, I have doubts about you in the Big Ten. I have
Okay, well,
doubts.
Utah's got to get in the Big Ten first.
I'm saying Kyle Whittingham, though. I'm saying Kyle Whittingham. He played Penn State. He played Ohio State. He lost both of those games. To me, Kyle Whittingham up against elite Big Ten teams just does not get it done. Now, congratulations for knocking off Nick Saban and Alabama. Although we heard from them several times after the game that they didn't really want to be there playing that game. But, congratulations.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite moments from that game is a lady in a houndstooth jacket smoking a cigarette and getting punched by a security guard. It is, you can check that video out on YouTube. Yes, Alabama fan smoking a cigarette. Security told her to stop. They grabbed her arm. She attacked them. They punched her in the face. One of my favorite Alabama fan interactions. So thank you for the super chat, Fergie. I think I did play this already, but I'll play it again.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Do a quick search, you. I want you to look up Kyle Whittingham's record against the Big Ten.
Okay.
Jose's drinking 3 mugs of beer. God bless you, Jose. Lanning will go for
Whittingham. Okay. Let's see here. How do you want this broken out? Do you want it like team by team? Whittingham's 2-0 against Michigan.
Congratulations. What was that? Michigan with Brady Hoke and Rich Rodriguez as the coach?
No, they had Jim Harbaugh come to Salt Lake. We beat him.
Oh,
I was at
okay.
that game.
Well,
That was amazing.
that was because Jim Harbaugh hadn't figured out how to steal signals yet.
man. Well, Michigan, yeah. Michigan's 0-2.
What's their
versus
record?
Utah and
What's his
Cal winning.
record against Ohio State?
I think they've only played once. Goosehead.
And Penn State?
I think they've only played once. Moan.
Okay. That's all I'm
Trying to
saying.
find this information. It's hard to find this like entire Big Ten Kyle Whittingham here.
Jim from Blacksburg. Good to see you, Jim. Ohio State wins the big. Oregon wins the natty. That would be a reversal from 2 years ago. Oregon won the big, and Ohio State won the natty in impressive fashion over Oregon in the Rose Bowl, where Oregon absolutely got their asses handed to them. So, yeah, there you go. Let's get to some live comments here. We've only got about 5 more minutes here on the air, and then I got to go. I got to put chickens away. Ask Ute the record versus Oregon and Washington because it's not good. Fair enough.
Whittingham was 6-8 versus Oregon.
That's not bad.
They lost 8 times, won 6.
Yeah, that's still not that bad.
Washington has Utah and Whittingham's number. Can't beat those guys ever.
Does Michigan play Washington this season?
And they do. I mean, there's something that Washington does to Whittingham. I have no idea what it is, but cannot beat those freaking guys. Dang.
Manic Reactions is here. He says, hey, Ute and Moen, thank you.
Hey, that's Maniac
Moen needs to
Reactions.
get it all in now, then keep the hanky handy after week 1. I think I'll be fine, Michael Smith. I mean, we actually have to play a conference schedule, which I know some schools don't feel the need to do that. Becky's trolling you. Get your popcorn. Barkley didn't win a Rose Bowl. Like the show Landman first episode, F Bama, his son wears a Texas Tech hat. You know, I watched the first 3 episodes, and I know a lot of people say it's great, but I couldn't get into it. Couldn't get into it. I tried my best.
Landman?
Landman, it's on Paramount Plus. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in it and Allie Larder. Ohio State soiled their panties a bit in that Rose Bowl. I'm not sure which Rose Bowl you're talking about, but last few Rose Bowls I recall, Ohio State won.
Ohio State, man.
Oh, I think he's talking was the Miami game last year, the Rose Bowl? I don't remember. All I know is it's been since 1936 that Notre Dame knocked off Ohio State in football. And it's been since 1988 since Notre Dame won a national championship in football. Jim from Blacksburg says Virginia Tech has scored the same amount of points as Texas Tech in the college football playoff. True.
Dang.
You're going to run out of Fridays if you go SEC on August 21st, Big 12 on August 28th, and ACC on September 4th. We will figure something out, Steve. Definitely, I promise you.
We might need to record a video.
We may end up recording the ACC video, but we're going to try and do the SEC and the Big 12 live. And it's nothing against the ACC in particular, but I mean, look. Miami is so far head and shoulders above every other team in the ACC. Do a top 10 G6 schools. That we could do that as a video. That'd be a good video idea.
That would be.
And that Big Ten title game was against Penn State, who crumbled under their previous coach in big games too. Yes, big games, James. He'll get you to the mountaintop, but he won't get you. He'll get you right to base camp, but he can't get you to the mountaintop. Let's see here. Unconfirmed rumor, but there's some belief in USC circles that the Big said not to schedule Texas Tech over the Sorsby situation. Conference leaders didn't like Texas Tech trying to play a cheating player. They probably also didn't want them playing somebody who sued their own conference, who basically used political willpower to have the Texas AG basically file a lawsuit against the Big 12 to let Brendan Sorsby play.
I think that is definitely one view of like perspective on the situation, which could be true. What else could be true is that Big Ten schools don't want to eat a big fat loss playing Texas Tech, which would likely happen because Texas Tech's a dang good football team and would eat their lunch. That's very plausible too.
Yeah,
so yeah,
very
the past is the past. Now's now.
Well, guess what? We already know the results to this. Texas Tech played a Big Ten team in the playoffs last year. How did that work out for them? How many points did they score you? 0.0.
Hey, Texas Tech's even better than last year this year.
Okay, I'll go with it. Daryl CRH says go Utes. There you go.
At what point do you dare and do we jump on Cougar Board to read these comments?
I don't want to read comments about me. That's all right.
Moan, why don't we go to Cougar Board and then show screen and then search Moan and see what pulls up?
Okay, you go ahead and bring it up, and we'll do it real quick. We'll run a little late tonight to see what Moen shows up on Cougar Board.
Okay, let's do it.
Doing a little overtime for you guys tonight so we can see what Cougar Board has to say about old
I don't know.
Here.
It's a good idea or bad idea. Oh, my God.
It's probably, well, see, listen,
should we search?
I'll let it roll off my back until I use my operational security to figure out who these people are and where they live. Steve Moserfi says, you having a little kid level Homer take, least surprising thing this evening.
I love the USC, though. USC and Utah are buddies. I got your back. I got your back. That's why I didn't say USC. That's why I said Big Ten. USC, Utah, like this.
Let's see here. Let me find some more comments. Yeah, Ute has Oregon as the best overall. Jim from Blacksburg says Gary Patterson is bringing that Big 12 defense. Perfect match. Fergie says the best of the rest has serious value. It will happen. Notre Dame and all other AAUs is a solid conference. Good luck getting Notre Dame to join your conference, Fergie. You might as well just grab a jar of Vaseline and grab ankle now. Koi 34 says Moan's top 6 is how I would have it.
Oh my gosh. You know
Go
what?
ahead, throw them up there. I don't care.
No, here's the deal. It's like I might have to make a video about this. I think that's probably better because it's not you getting roasted. It's me for sure, 100%. I think I'm going to make a video, share all those things, and react to all those things. Okay, that's my next video, is looking at Cougar Board and getting the reactions, getting the BYU perspective on this. If that's good content, will you just tell me in the chat if that's something that you'd be interested in watching, or is that just is that a waste of everyone's time? Please tell me, because I'm seriously, I mean, there's like hundreds, dude. They troll me like crazy on Cougar Board.
Yeah, everybody, would you like to see a semi-celebrity mean tweets with you where he goes through Cougar Board and read some of the mean tweets against him. Looks like people would like to see that. You sounds fun. Poll vote.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have time for a poll vote, but Guyton and Brewster both might be playing for Texas Tech this year. Good to know, John Dry. I vote yes. Nobody's voted no yet. You. I think everybody wants to see you get roasted by these Cougar fans.
It's going to be a roast. I just don't know if, like, yeah. I mean, I'll make a video. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Jeez, man. Freaking Cougar board.
You
man.
know what? That's going to be a members only video. That's a members only
that would
video.
be really good members only freaking content, man. Yeah, that is members.
That'll be fun. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We've been on the air for almost 2 hours here on the Big Freaking Friday show. I want to give huge shout outs to everybody who contributed tonight, but especially to Ryan Willie, MBM, PSU Nitwit, Becky Go Huskies, Caden the Diesel Freak, Cody X Reviews, Wolfpack, Greg's Disney Adventures, Heartbreak 25, Kenneth Maynor, the Pirate Gator, Mark Bowman with the 20-piece Chicken McNugget super chat. Thank you, Mark Bowman. I will have some sweet and sour sauce with that, sir. Kenneth Maynor with the Paul Feinbaum seeing starving children not getting to eat profile picture. Greg Flugar as well stopped in. Thanks, Greg. Sorry I put Minnesota that low, but listen, throwing mechanics. Fergie is here. And we will let you read this final one here that you highlighted. Go ahead and read it, you.
Hopefully you're wrong, Moan. Go blue, baby. Go blue, baby.
Go Buckeyes. Beat Michigan. The hate is real around
here. Special thanks. Yeah. Special thanks to MBM. Massive super chat. Seriously, thank you for supporting the channel. Network, PSU Network 2. And then always Ryan Willie. Seriously, guys, keep us revved, keep us going and stuff. So we much appreciate you. This community rocks.
Hey,
we are so lucky.
Keep the show going for a minute. I want to grab something, you.
Got it. So Moan's got to grab something here. So we're going to look at a little bit more comments here. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. So Bob Swanger's gone on the Cougar board for Moan. 64 results for Moan on Cougar board. I did a quick search. I didn't see that many. Oh my gosh, Moan. Apparently you're more popular in Cougar board too than I thought.
They probably all respect the drip. I can't blame them. By the way, Kyle, there you go. Michigan toilet paper, buddy.
What?
The hate is real here down in Ohio. The hate is real. This goes on the spools in both bathrooms in my house every rivalry week. This is the only tissue we use for that week. Michigan fans, deal with it. Maybe we should do a combo video. We'll do a combo members only video.
Dude, we should. You know what? Okay, let's do a members only live stream, Moan. Just you and I, and looking at Cougar board stuff, and there's like,
I'll do it.
I'll do a video. I'll do a live stream. You know what? I don't care. They're gonna rip me to shreds. They hate my guts. I promise you that. So it's gonna be very.
I'm sure they're not very fond of me either, you. So we'll have to make do. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Just a reminder, Sunday at 8 p.m. it'll be myself and Rock and Rant on Moen After Dark. Then you have Nate's call-in show on Tuesday. Thursday, you want to do a member stream on Thursday?
We could do that. Definitely. We're gonna do a members only stream, and we're gonna cover some updated realignment news, and we got to get to the Cougar board, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll do a member stream on Thursday, myself and you. And then we'll see you back here for Big Freaking Friday show, where we cover SEC preview for 2026. Until then, everybody have a safe weekend. If you drink, please do not drive. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you, Coy, for the gifted membership, my man. Appreciate that one coming in late. Appreciate you.
Oh, did that come in late? Did I miss that? Yep.
It just
Coy,
came in,
thank
so
you for the
thank you.
Thank you for the gifted membership, Coy. We do appreciate those so much. Until next time, we will catch you, I guess, next Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. Pick a day. We'll be here. Until then, peace out.
Big freaking Friday show, yeah, we on the night.